All right, guys, how you doing today? Today we're going to work on Miss Tia, who has the longest hair you probably ever did see. Okay, not ever did see, but she's got some pretty long hair. So she came in with it already shampooed and blow dried just to expedite time because she knows how long it takes to do her hair. So here I'm going to go in, I'm blow drying each section. She did a great job shampooing and drying it, but there's nothing like a hairstylist's blow dry. So I've parted her leave out now, and we're going to go into the braiding part. I did trim her ends off camera, and so the first thing I'm going to do is do a perimeter braid, and then I'm going to do the up and down method for her sew in. If you want to see my method of braiding down, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will create a video for you so you guys can see how I braid my long hair clients. So here I'm going to go in with my crochet hook and crochet that hair so it can be flat to the scalp. And if you see, it'll bridge that gap between that bottom section and the top, and you know, that little midsection. Another thing I love about this braiding technique is that the occipital bone protrudes out ever so slightly. And so anything below the occipital almost causes like a waterfall effect. So if you have someone with longer hair like Miss Tia, the best place, if you do have to have a little bit of a bulk, would be right near the occipital. So here's a little technique that my sister in Chicago taught me. So here's what you do. You get your net and you put it in place. Have you ever tried to sew a net and then you start sewing and it ends up smaller on one section, or you run out of space? Well, this actually prevents that from happening. You get a couple of hairpins. The hairpins are the open ones. And you slide the hairpins underneath the net to secure it in place. You don't push them all the way in. As you can see, I just kind of left them hanging out about halfway. After your net is completely sewn down, then you'll go ahead and slide those hairpins out because they have effectively done their job at holding the net right in place, right where you want it to be. Now, let me just say this here. My client was not going off on me. We were having a very lively discussion about I don't remember what, but I remember it being a good day. So she was fussing about something, I'm sure, but it wasn't fussing at me. She was thrilled with the time we were having, and it was just me and her in the shop, and we were having the best time. She was showing me pictures of her grandbabies, and oh yes, honey, she is 50, almost 50 years old, but she looks amazing. So unfortunately, my phone was dying, so I was not able to record the actual sewing portion of it. But I did take down her leave out and flat iron that first before I sewed the hair in. And this is the completed sew in. I believe she said she got this hair from Galaxy 5000. I believe it's a 28-inch, could possibly be a 30. She is super fabulous, and she already has long hair, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 30. So before I start any styling of her hair, I'm going to go in with my pressing comb, my electric pressing comb. I got it on Amazon. It's Andy's, and I love this thing. I go everywhere with it. I'm going to just press around her edges and that little bit of leave out. And get her silky and ready to roll. One thing I can say about Miss Tia, you know, she sits in my chair, and every time she comes and gets her hair done, we offer coffee, tea, water, and snacks. At times we'll have almonds and walnuts and things like that. One thing about her, though, every time she's sat in my chair, she's always been very strong about her convictions to stay away from certain foods and sugar and things like that. And so one day I introduced her to cayenne coffee, a little bit of cayenne and coffee, and she actually enjoyed that. But I noticed she wouldn't take any creamer. I noticed it's certain things that, that I've offered her, and she's like, no, I'm okay. And so I just want to shout out to Miss Tia. I admire her diligence towards her health, because I mean, look at her skin, guys. Like, she's glowing, she looks amazing, and she's gonna be 50 this year, and she doesn't look like it. And as far as I know, she hasn't had any work done on her face. She's just naturally gorgeous. So yeah, I just wanted to send a little shout out to my client, Miss Tia, who is absolutely beautiful inside and out. Now, here comes the test. Did you do your sew-in right? We're about to find out. So, if you can, pull that hair up completely, and it's a smooth transition, like mine, then you did a great job. I wish I could have shown you guys how I laid the first tracks so you can see how to get that smooth look from the back and even the sides of the hair. All right, so Miss Tia almost walked out of the building exactly like the way she looked in the last clip, but I convinced her that if she would let me put some curls, I would try my best not to make them too neat. She did not want anything precise. She just wanted really random looking curls. So this curling iron I have is actually a curling iron. It's not a wand. And so what I did was, on some of the curls, I left my barrel closed so it would leave a little bit of a crimp in the hair, and then on some I left the barrel open so it would actually be like a wand effect. She wanted really random curls. She wanted to look like she woke up like this. And so yeah, I did some open and some closed. So for this random curly messy look, some of the curls I actually let cool in my hand so they'd be a little bit tighter, and then others I would wrap them around my iron and then let them drop immediately out of my hand. That way it'll give kind of that sporadic effect. So I'm going in, and if you noticed, I did tease a little bit at her crown. Some of her hair that we left out, it's just a little bit soft up there, and at the end she did tell me, hey, I should have probably told you not to silk press my hair and just to curl it and leave it kind of, kinky there in that top area. But overall, it still worked out really great. She looked amazing. Listen, Miss Tia said, mess this hair up, honey. But she's giving me the face. I always look for the face with my clients. When they make that face, I know they're happy. That little poke that lip out, and they trying to pose in the mirror. Yes, ma'am. She was loving it. I just want to thank you guys sincerely for watching, and I appreciate you. If you feel so inclined, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you'll know the next videos that come out from me. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.